Class, projects, work, tests, and don't forget the occasional pop quiz. This is just a sneak peek into the life of a college student, and let me tell you, it can get overwhelming. Coping with stress is an essential part of life, but it can also be challenging. Without coping strategies, you are unable to cope with the different experiences that you're dealing with and reach the full potential. As a college student and a nursing major, stress is all too familiar to me. I'm confronted daily with stressful situations, and I've seen the negative side effects it can have on my own life as well as the lifestyles around me. Time management is something that I have to continually deal with throughout the day, and discipline is essential when dealing with this. Stress is a common problem for students. It has negative effects on the body and life. God commands his people to face this problem by being disciplined and making use of good time management. To validate this issue, I'm going to discuss how stress is a common problem that has negative side effects, how our solutions may not always be beneficial, and how the proper solution for stress within our lives should be based around the biblical view in which God commands us to be disciplined. Now let's take a look into the concept of stress. Stress is a common problem that has negative side effects. According to the Stress Management Society, stress is the biggest issue that modern man has to deal with, and the biggest cause of illness, and sometimes which lead to death. The NBC study showed that 1 in 5 undergrads are constantly stressed. It can affect ourselves personally as well as the relationships around us. Physical signs and symptoms of stress are pointed out by the Counseling and Wellness Center, and these can include, but are not limited to, difficulty sleeping, depression, mood swings, forgetfulness, and difficulty concentrating. Pressure itself is not bad, but when problems occur, it's because we are unable to cope with these pressures that we're faced with. We can confront stress by one of 3 things. We can either decrease the pressures that we're confronted with, we can increase our resources that enable us to cope with stress, or it could be beneficial to use a combination of both. And this brings me to my second point. Our own solutions to stress may not always be beneficial solutions. College students often choose destructive strategies in an attempt to cope with stress. Rita Landina from Psych Central informs us that some college students may use tobacco to cope with stress, drinking to get drunk, illegal substances as drugs, and even overusing prescribed medications. And some people just avoid the situation altogether, which is not a beneficial strategy. Although these strategies may result in short-term relief, they have a high risk for our mind and our body. And our third and final point is that the proper solution for stress within our lives should be based on a biblical view that our bodies, which God commands us to be disciplined and use good time management. 1 Corinthians 6:19 reads, "Do you not know that your body is a temple of God? It is not your own, and we need to glorify God with our body." As Christians, we need to be good stewards of our body and treat it well. Hebrews 12:11 reads, "For the moment all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it." Being disciplined may not be an easy task, but God does assure us that it will be a beneficial one. Developing a balanced lifestyle is vital when becoming disciplined. It's important to have the right balance between work, school, friends, and fun. And we can't forget to have fun with this balance. Titus 1:8 says that it encourages us to be hospitable, a lover of good, self-controlled, upright, holy, and disciplined. And this brings me to my conclusion. We can see stress as a common problem with negative effects. It affects us personally, our relationships, and can even lead to illness. Our solution to stress may offer a short-term relief, but has a high cost to our mind and body. Proper solutions for stress within our lives should be based on a biblical view of our body that commands us to be disciplined and use good time management. Become a good stewardess of your body and take care of it. Use your time wisely in order for you to be as effective as you can be and reach your full potential. I encourage you to examine your own schedules, observe ways you can achieve that perfect balance between school, work, and recreation. Acknowledge God in all of your decisions so that you are better able to glorify Him throughout the day.